It's a little crazy outside. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Good to be with you. I'm Terrell Brown.
Yeah, we're still on a high from like a beautiful weekend.
Right.
But we do have
On I-90, the Jane Addams, eastbound at Roselle Road. We have the two right lanes currently blocked with this crash. Little bit of a backup approaching, but other than that, nice and calm out there. We can take a look outside at the Kennedy from our North Tower camera, and that's moving along fine. Very limited amounts of road work, if any. We'll talk about that in our next update. Terrell.
Ross, thank you. The Chicago Teachers Union is preparing for possible layoffs today because of...
Are bracing for layoffs at schools all across the district, including this school here in the Lakeview neighborhood. Agassiz Elementary has come. Now, the union and the district continue to negotiate a contract. Still, there has been no deal, and the teachers say they are ready to strike if necessary. Reporting live in the Lakeview neighborhood, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Jessica, thank you. And now to a breaking news update here this morning. Autopsy results could come as soon as today on the man who died after falling through thin ice on a Northwest State's Attorney candidate, Kim Fox.
Winds down behind me. What moment stuck with viewers? Well, on social media, Leonardo DiCaprio's Best Actor win generated 440,000 tweets per minute, the most tweeted moment ever of an Oscar telecast. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Hollywood.
And here possible during the overnight hours. So I want to take a look at where we're going with all of this. Here's our future cast. And right now you can see the cloud cover into this afternoon and a northeast wind coming our way as well. Here's a look, 9 o'clock this evening, and you can start to see some snow developing again, mainly far north. And then it blankets many of the northern suburbs 10 o'clock this evening, 11 o'clock this evening. I'm just going through this very, very slowly. But this is what we're going to start to see show up. And then that's going to happen most likely during the overnight hours, the wee hours of the overnight when many of my colleagues here on the morning shift are getting going. That's when we will start to see this precipitation ramping up. And right now, tomorrow morning's commute just looks awful, combined with snow. Most likely the icy mix kind of pushing a little farther to the south by then. But as you can see, this snow keeps going virtually all morning long and kind of winding down into the afternoon. So how much are we talking about? Well, this is just one out of 4 models that I do look at. And you can see by 5 o'clock in the morning, it has over 5 inches of snow accumulating in some of the far northern suburbs. I still think these numbers on the RPM model are a little overdone, and the reason being our ground surfaces are so warm right now, coming off of the weekend, that I do think there will be quite a bit of melting at the onset. Add to that just how much of this is a wintry mix. I think that, too, will cut down on some of those totals. All total, really, we could get about 1 inch of snow far south, to nearly 6 inches of snow, I think, across the northern suburbs. 9 o'clock this evening, a winter storm warning goes into effect. Lake McHenry County is north, and a winter weather advisory goes into effect for Cook, DuPage, as well as Kane and DeKalb counties. 9 o'clock this evening, right until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Let's go over to Ross. But we're still dealing with this one on the Jane Addams eastbound at Roselle, and they still have the 2 right lanes closed. And you can see this is really starting to cause a backup now for inbound traffic, leaving only 1 lane open to traffic there. But other than that, minimal to no overnight road work on any of the expressways, not even at the Jane Byrne interchange. We can take a look at it from our West Tower camera.
Terrell Brown. Weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler. And Ron.
New video, Tanja.
Terrell, until today, 21-year-old Otto Warmbier hadn't been seen since January 2nd. That's when North Korean authorities arrested him. Now, today, that same person said he or she would pay $200,000 to Warmbier's mother. Now, the U.S. has no diplomatic relations with the North, remember that, and it recommends that Americans not visit that country. Well, for now, Warmbier remains in North Korean custody. Judy?
Alrighty, Tanya, thank you. And Super Tuesday is almost here. 11 states are up for grabs tomorrow. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the latest on where the candidates stand.
They don't call it Super Tuesday for nothing. On this one day, there's early strength among Hispanics. No candidate can wrap up the nomination on Super Tuesday, but this could be the end for some. The frontrunners are expected to separate themselves from their closest competitors. In Alexandria, Virginia, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Morning, no weather complications. However, as we go into the day today, you can see we increased the cloud cover around here, and it is going to be much later on this evening. There you see 9 o'clock when we start to get some precipitation in the form of snow first across the northern suburbs. My concern is during the overnight hours, we could start to see an icy mix of precipitation coming our way, and it will continue into the morning commute. I think it's going to be a snowy morning rush tomorrow. Right now, temperatures are...
No delays there. The crash we had on the Jane Addams eastbound at Roselle, they've moved that off to the shoulder, and that backup quickly dissipated. So good news there. But now we've got word of a pretty serious crash in Plainfield at Route 126 and Ridge. A car hit a light pole. They are calling for crews to help with extrication, so it is pretty serious out there. I would avoid that area for the time.
Oh, yeah. 4:48, and coming up, a great chance to try Chicago's bike share program. And the Blackhawks get a boost from some new players.
Shines, and again, Stan Bowman essentially renting teamed up for another run at the Stanley Cup. But on Sunday, it was the core of his team that showed the league-leading Capitals just how tough it's going to be to knock off the defense.
And kind of fell in place.
Sure did. Blackhawks off until Wednesday when they play at Detroit. The Bulls get back to work today, preparing for a trip to Miami on Tuesday. And good news, spring training games begin later this week. That's a look at sports. I'm Diane Miller. Have a marvelous Monday.
All right, Diane, thank you. And a quick shout out to the 800. We had Judy in a pretty dress. What more could you ask?
That's the only thing that I took away from that. Stunning Judy.
Well, thank you. There you go. Yes. Thank you for having me and in my pretty dress. Okay.
4:54. Ahead in our 5 o'clock.
Now,
Seems like we go from fantastic to snow. Yep. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Terrell Brown.
Good morning. I'm Judy Sue. Let's begin with your...
going. And this morning, we do have cloudy skies. But as you look at our future cast, again, the morning commute, the afternoon commute, you have no weather troubles, other than it's kind of windy out there. But here's a look, and as you can see, 9 o'clock this evening, we will start to get some snow into the area, mainly across the Wisconsin line and the far northern suburbs. My biggest concern with this system is we are going to have a bit of an icy mix involved. And so overnight tonight into tomorrow morning's commute, there will be snow, and there most likely will be some sleet, possibly some freezing rain mixed in as well. Our temperatures right now are in the 30s, but as we go through the day today, look where these temperatures are going, up into the 50s.
We had on 90 has been cleared. The backup for the most part is gone. We still have this one crash in Plainfield that we're dealing with at the intersection of Route 126 and Ridge. This was a car that hit a pole, so emergency crews remain on the scene there. But if you're taking public transport,
You there?
Actually, you know what, Terrell? We are actually live here just outside the school, and parents from Kenwood Academy tell us that they could not believe their eyes this weekend. They tell us that students from Barrington High School held a mock slave auction to show what they called schools with parents today, but also here from the Barrington School District. Reporting live in Barrington, Diane Patthew, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Diane, thank you. And now new this morning, some Chicago teachers are worried they could be laid off as early as today. Our Jessica D'Onofrio is live at a CPS school in Lakeview with the latest on this story. Jess?
Well, Judy, we were here at Agassiz Elementary School in the Lakeview neighborhood a few weeks ago when teachers staged a protest, and they did it at schools all across the district. Today, we could see more because some teachers may lose their jobs as early as, but no relief has come. Now, the district and the union are still bargaining for a new contract. We have been told that the negotiations have been very rough, and the teachers say a strike is not out of the question. Reporting live in the Lakeview neighborhood, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jessica, thank you. Early voting begins today in the three-way race for Cook County State's Attorney. All three candidates